by the balls.
Spooky Lou, another wonderful WrestleRoni from me and you. Country boy can't survive. Lxgan Taylxr, how you living?
Man, I'm living. Yeah, I'm living. That's it. We're here in New Martinsville right now. I just got off of like an 11-hour shift on the pipeline. I'm ready to talk some fucking wrestling, baby. Let's go.
Damn, looking indie wrestling as hell in your vehicle cutting the podcast. I love it.
Oh no, it's like I'm cutting a promo right now, a shitty promo. Yeah, I got the setup going, man.
That's all these are, one long shitty promo, man.
I'm a good guy for that. I can talk.
No doubt. So it sounds like you've been working hard. You've been beating the shit out of fools. Last time I saw you was Fuzz Fest, and you and Gannon was just forearming the hell out of each other. How was that for you?
Yes, sir. So I have been looking for a fight in RSW for a minute now, man. Like, I'm going to jump back further than that on you real fast and go to the match with Brother Duzan because I was like sizing him up in that match. I was, usually I'm the smaller guy, but I had like a smaller guy. So I was like, all right, I'm big dogging him. You know what I mean? Duzan, let's face it, you're going to be my little bro. And he fucking, bro, I'm going to be honest, he surprised me. He knocked me on my ass and he hit me really hard. And honestly, he kind of humbled me. And I sat back for a couple weeks after that. And I was just really angry at myself for allowing that to happen and being so overconfident. So I knew I needed to do something big whenever I came back. And I thought of who is the toughest guy in RSW, who is the biggest guy in RSW, who was a real fighter in RSW. And, I mean, come on, man. It's the shooter, Gannon Green. I sized his big ass up, and off rip, I slapped him as hard as I could. I knew he was going to hit me back hard, but I knew I needed to prove to myself that I could take it. And I think I did a pretty good job.
No doubt. You damn sure did. You guys hit each other so hard, you corrupted the footage on the nice new camera.
Man, seriously, I hit Gannon with everything in me, and it took a lot to even drop him. Gannon Green is as real as they come.
Props to you guys. I think we need to do it again one-on-one, just have you guys beat the shit out of each other.
Yep. So game, because one-on-one, that's the kind of win I need for RSW to realize that I'm legit like that. Like, I have 2 tag team championship reigns under my belt, and I still am getting disrespected. Like, I don't know how much more I need to turn it up to prove that I am a top star, but if knocking Gannon Green's ass out is what I have to do, I'm game.
Damn. Well, you've turned it up, and I know for a fact you're turning heads. Not just in RSW. Hell, you're working PWL, ASW. I know you just recently did a secret show for Gary Damron and ASW. How'd that go?
Yeah, that was really cool. That was a lot of fun. It was on a Sunday, and it was for Gary's parents' anniversary, so that was cool. It was like a kind of private show. It was a lot of fun. I was in a Rumble match. And, of course, I'm the unluckiest person in West Virginia wrestling, I do believe. I got number 1. Number 2 was Johnny Duff, which is kind of weird because we are friends. We are partners there.
Right.
But we just shook hands, traded blows, and I did my best to walk out with the win. Super Oprah ended up getting the win there, and probably my favorite part of the night was after Super Oprah wins the Rumble, she walks over to Gary's dad and starts giving him a lap dance.
Oh no.
So while that's going on, me, JD, and Sean Baker are like standing on the top of the stage
Mm-hmm.
because we all lost or whatever. But we were watching Super Oprah give the lap dance. Shit was funny. Jonathan Black is like laying on the ramp, like hurt still, and Sean Baker looks at us and he's like, "Guys, let's just go kick him." And I was like, "What?" I was like, "What?" He was like, "For real, let's just go kick him." And I was like, "If you do it first, then me and JD will also go kick him." So I thought Baker was just kidding. He wasn't going to do it. No, dude. He runs up and fucking stomps Jonathan Black right in the face. So then JD goes up, stomps him right in the fucking face. And I'm like, oh my God, I have to do this. Just go and kick him in the ribs real quick and just leave him there.
And I've heard due to that attack, he's going to miss his booking in Japan. He's going to miss the tour.
You're saying that we caused
Yeah.
Jonathan Black not to get signed to New Japan Pro Wrestling?
Yeah. Well, it was DDT.
Oh, it was DDT. Okay.
Or Big Japan, maybe. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Sportiva.
But, yeah. Maybe Chikara will start running again and they could book him.
Well, I want to know more about this private show, though. It's very interesting. So, how many guys were booked, and how many people were watching?
So it was it was a really small show. It was just like a few matches. I want to say it was like 3 or 4 matches, maybe. It was probably like a locker room of just like 10, 15 guys. It was really fun, though. It was cool. It was like a whole different experience, you know.
Was it just in somebody's backyard? Where was it?
No. This was straight at the Madison Civic Center, just like all of them.
Okay.
Yeah, straight there. They just, because what happened was that they had the big ASW show on Saturday, just left the ring up and everything Sunday.
Ah, okay. See, it's all coming together now. It's making sense for me.
Yeah, it turned out to be a cool thing.
Yeah, a lot of folks, I'm not familiar. Have you worked any other of these private shows before?
Yeah, I wrestled a few birthday shows.
Really?
Yeah, I have. The first one, actually, they've both been for Appalachian Championship Wrestling.
Okay.
The first one was like in 2018 or 2019, though. So that was a long time ago. Me and Steven Skies were wrestling as a team then still. That was like our first year. We were still training. We were still super fucking terrible.
Right.
To whoever saw me wrestle at the first birthday show in 2018, that was horrible, I'm sure. I do apologize.
You killed some dreams that day.
Yeah, for sure. but my most recent birthday show was against Willie Storm. It was like last year sometime, and it was a lot of fun. I just kicked his ass and tapped him out. So,
how's that work for you in RSW? Hey, he won the Battle Royal at Fuzz Fest and won his singles match. Looks like old Willie's on the come up. Running with the unappreciated, a very bunch of heathens, and then you got your good buddy Willie Storm. How do you manage all that in RSW?
Before I answer that question, man, when you say that Battle Royal that Willie won, I'm just thinking he's bouncing on my booty cheeks. I love the way I love Willie's new song, man. That's just so fire. That's straight heat.
What a rib.
No, dude, it's a hard song. For real, goes hard.
I don't think that was his choice.
What?
I think that was Tim being cute.
That seems like a Willie song to me. If I know Willie, and I'm sure I know Willie.
Okay. You know him better than I do. Fair enough.
Right. But, yeah, RSW is funny because I'm with the unappreciated there. I mean, I'm with the unappreciated everywhere, always. Those are my dogs. I mean, we're family. But me and Willie have a history that's different than me and anyone else in wrestling have. Like, me and Willie are closer to each other than any of these fake ass wrestlers could ever act like they are with each other. Like, me and Willie didn't just like meet each other at training and like, well, we both love wrestling, brother. He's my brother. Like, no, dude. Like, me and Willie we go way back. We went to school together. We were friends in high school, and Willie didn't even wrestle, and I did. And he walked up to me one day at lunch. I'll never forget this.
Mm-hmm.
We were kind of distant friends, barely talked at this point. We didn't know much about each other. And he walked up to me and he was like, hey, man, he was like, I love wrestling and I know you've been wrestling. I see your stuff online. And he's like, I just think with the talent that you've showed already, man, he's like, you'll be a champion one day. And just out of the blue, man, just like that kindness, you know?
Right.
I'm not used to getting kindness like that. So I valued that like for a long time, and I don't know if Willie even knows that I like still remember that, but yeah, like we're really, really close. But business is business though, and I will put that shit to the side to win a championship in a heartbeat because I'm a piece of shit like that.
Wow.
Wins are more important to me when it comes to that. I mean, me and Willie can hang out and be buddies and outside of business. That's just has to be.
Okay, well, let's take wins and losses out of the equation then. Let me paint a picture for you. Zeke is fighting Willie. Willie pulls off an upset and beats Zeke. Now Zeke's pissed. Here comes Trevor. They're beating down Willie. Here comes Logan. LT's in the ring. And he even looks at you and says, please don't. He even says that. He says, please don't, Logan.
Oh.
What do you do? And
He?
Trevor's going, kick his fucking head in, Logan. Kick his fucking head in. And he's going, please don't. What do you do?
Oh, Willie is looking at me on his hands and his knees. He's like, Bubby, please.
Yeah, like
spit blood and shit out.
Yeah.
Man. I don't have an answer for that question. That's something you'd have to see that played out. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't going to answer that right here. You know, I see what kind of trap you're setting.
Well, it's worth a shot.
Try to catch me slipping. I see what you're doing.
Hey, man, the day may come.
I have the right to plead the fifth on that one, I do believe.
All right. You only get one, so we're going to ask some really weird shit now.
Let's hear it. Let's go.
I don't fucking know. What else has been going on, man? Besides RSW, been killing it. Where else you been hanging out?
So, let's get back to Willie. Me and him had a debut not too long ago. Within like the last couple of months, we debuted for AIWF.
Oh, cool.
In Mount Airy, Carolina. That was a lot of fun. We wrestled the Allen brothers. They're a team from down south. They're two young guys like us, about our age. Pretty damn good team. They ended up beating us and advanced in a tournament, but we had a hell of a showing there, and I think that's a place that we'd like to go back to. Probably expect us back there pretty soon. Yeah, we can't just show up one time and lose like that. I mean,
I'd hope not.
Can't walk out on an L like that.
So you know Willie's teaming in AIWF down in the Carolinas then, huh?
Yeah, we're going to take the South over. We're going to show them what West Bygoff, Virginia is all about. You know what I mean?
I'm about it. When you coming back to PWL, do you know?
I'll come back to PWL whenever they'll have me back, man. I'm a former heavyweight champion there. I am one of the most popular guys there. I was the fan favorite there last year. Anytime you book Lxgan Taylxr in a Premier Wrestling League Mid-Atlantic match, the fans are going to be excited. I'm going to be excited. My opponent's not going to be excited, but it could main event anytime. And anytime they want to do that, they can, and I'm game for it. But
I'm about it. Hope to see it soon. Hey, let's do one of those fan questions. Are you shitting? What are you doing?
No, I'm just getting up close and personal for the fans.
Okay. All right. You looked really intense, really serious. Billy Knox was asking about receipts. Who got the best receipt so far? Your favorite receipt?
The thing with a receipt and me is no matter who I'm wrestling, no matter what the match is or what I'm walking into, I am going to hit you as hard as I can. You know that going into it. Like, to me, this is everything. This is what I envisioned whenever I was 10 years old playing with my wrestling toys. Whenever I was picturing myself at the top. So these simple strikes that guys aren't putting everything into, I'm putting everything into it because I'm trying to finish the fight as soon as the fight starts.
Right.
So I'm walking into the match knowing I'm going to get a receipt no matter what, no matter how big you are, no matter how small you are. And sometimes that shit comes back to bite me in the ass. And so far, the biggest example of that was I got to wrestle one of my trainers, Cole Cash.
Oh
And
shit.
Bearded Death Cole Cash, he is a big, scary man. And
Uh-huh.
he is known around these streets for being one of the hardest hitting wrestlers around here. So I had to prove myself to him. So I'm hitting him with everything in me. And he hit me with the right cross. I think the match is on Twitch. I'll have to shoot you that later. He hits me with the right cross, and I couldn't see shit after that. He definitely hits harder than anyone I've encountered so far, and I'm lucky that he trained me and taught me what he did.
For real. What can you tell me about being trained by Cole Cash?
Being trained by Cole Cash makes you tough. Like, let's like put me to the side and just like pretend that I'm not a wrestler anymore. And we look at the other wrestlers that Cole Cash has trained.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking at Dustin Alexander. How fucking tough is he, bro? I mean, come on now.
Right.
You're looking at Jack Manick, who doesn't wrestle anymore, unfortunately, but he is definitely one of the toughest wrestlers I've seen. You're looking at Steven Skies. The list of guys that he's trained goes on, and it's because of what we did in training. It's what him and Vance Desmond taught us and put us through that made us so tough.
Give me an example. What did they make y'all do?
We we used to do all kinds of shit. Every training session would start with you getting paired up with somebody, and we were called the Violence Academy. So we would do you'd be paired up with somebody, and then you would just wrestle them. You would
Okay.
just fight them, like right there, like instantly, no matter who it was. I mean, it might be me fighting Nicoya or something like,
Okay.
but that's what it was, and it was that, 2 days a week, every week, and we eventually got tougher.
Yeah, like you say, the results speak for themselves. So hell yeah. We talked about Cole Cash. What can you tell the audience about Vance Desmond?
I can tell you that Vance Desmond is the sweetest asshole of all time.
Okay.
He is such a great wrestler. He's absolutely incredible. In my opinion, he's the best wrestler this area has ever seen, and only a couple have even come close to. He's so good, and I think that he's a great person too, and I respect everything that he's taught me. But what I can respect the most about him is his brutal honesty, man. Like if I poured my heart and soul into something and it sucked, he didn't sugarcoat it. You know what I mean? Like, and that what that told me was, okay, anytime he tells me good job, I really fucking earned it then. And that honesty just has helped me so much.
Hell yeah. All right. So he kind of helped up the standard for you. You're not taking any bullshit. You're on the West Virginia scene. You see some of the crazy shit going on up there. You obviously have a high standard because Vance Desmond set that bar for you. What's pissing you off in West Virginia nowadays?
That is so true. Like, I have a high standard because of Vance. You like absolutely, because there be some garbage around here that I just
What are you seeing?
uh man, I'm seeing a lot. I'm seeing a lot of talk on Facebook is what I'm seeing. A lot of people who feel the need to seek attention every day and act tough or act a certain way. Like, bro, you don't gotta act tough on Facebook if you're like, let your wrestling show that you're tough. You're a fighter, right? Like you show that shit in your fights. You don't gotta get on there and remind us that every day. These West Virginia guys just like to talk and they like to cause drama. They like to get in these little group chats and they got those Twitter fingers, man. They fucking subtweet about each other. They talk shit about their friends. I mean, it's just an absolute cesspool. It's disgusting. It's garbage. You ever add me in a group chat just to talk shit about somebody, I'm going to leave it. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, I've left the group chats before. I feel it. I do. And we
Yeah.
see the good side too. There's a lot of very good shit going on in
Oh,
West Virginia.
yeah. There's some great shit in West Virginia. I mean, I love West Virginia and I love wrestling. And you know, not every Facebook group chat's bad. I'm just saying these guys and gals that make them specifically to like talk bad about somebody and then pretend to be friends with that somebody at the next show, like that's not cool, dude. Like you have a psychological problem. Like you're weird if you're just doing that. You know what I mean? Like that's lame as fuck in my opinion. But I'm seeing a lot of that. Like keep that drama out of wrestling. You know what I mean? Like we're here to fight. We're here to wrestle and entertain the fans. We don't have to get on our Facebooks that the fans are also on and bring in some backstage drama to seem like a hard ass or you know what I mean. Like it's not cool, bro. Like be professional. Like we're all friends, and we don't all have to be friends. You know what I mean? Like I'm not friends with a lot. I'm not friends with most, but I can work with most. I can work with all.
Yeah, and it's kind yeah, like you say, it's kind of a cheap way of storytelling. Like up your game and tell a story another way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if you have to like be so specific that you're telling like exactly what happened or you know what I mean, like if I don't know, you have to be able to blur the lines a little bit better than that. Like, come on, bro.
It's pro wrestling, damn it.
It's supposed to be magic.
What kind of changes have you seen over the years, for the good and for the bad, for the ugly? What have you seen in your time?
uh, since I like first started wrestling, like you know, like 5 or 6 years ago or whatever it was,
Mm-hmm.
uh, it seems like to me that the style around here has quite evolved, like in a large way. I don't know, like from my experience from the shows I was on whenever I first started, like when I was like 16 and 17 and stuff, the style of matches and wrestling that the fans liked was
Mm-hmm.
a lot different than what they like now. It was a lot of the like Tennessee style, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Style wrestling. But now, I don't know, man. It seems like these fans around here have like aged really fast, you know what I mean? In terms of wrestling evolution, they want to see like hit the ropes 1,000 times, crazy athletic guys. They want to see the crazy flips. They want to see violence. They want to see people hit as hard as they can. Like
Mm-hmm.
that just ain't cutting it around here anymore, really.
They turned into a bunch of smarks.
Yeah, they did. And then you know, too, another change is I'm seeing a lot more people like on social media. Like a lot of the fans more vocal on social media. You know.
Well, that's a good thing, right? Or no? Is it a double-edged sword?
It is absolutely a double-edged sword because it's wrestling fans and social media. So
Tell me about that.
I will tell you about that, dude. I have like had this tweet saved in my drafts like forever that I wanted to tweet, but I just never did because I was like nobody would care anyways.
Well,
But
we care. Tell us.
it goes something like if you have a group of doctors, you're not going to go to their place of work and tell them the proper way to do their procedure if you're not a doctor yourself.
Right on.
And also if you're not a doctor, you can't pretend to be a doctor just because you want to be a doctor. You can't not go to school and then just get the fucking outfit and show up to the hospital and give someone open heart surgery. You know what I mean?
Right.
But with wrestling, seems to happen a lot with the fans and the wrestlers both. I see a lot of cosplay wrestlers that didn't train a day in their lives, and I see a lot of fans online that are acting like they know more than they know. Like, oh, Nia Jax is dangerous. She injured so and so when she did this. Shut the fuck up, bro. You don't know what's dangerous and what's not. You know what I mean? It is dangerous. It's wrestling. It's violent. Like, don't sit and tell someone how to do their job or try to, like, you know what I mean? That shit aggravates me so bad.
Oh, I feel it. I do. How are these cosplay wrestlers getting in?
They are getting in because they'll find a fake trainer. I
Okay.
fell victim to this before. You'll find a guy that says he worked for WWE a long time ago and was like an enhancement guy or something, and you can look his matches up online and shit. And well, fact of the matter is, he never went anywhere, and he doesn't really know how to wrestle. He might know like the basics of chain wrestling or something like that, tell you to how to take a bump or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So then all these guys get in there and they don't know any better, you know, so they get tricked and they get conned and they pay all kinds of money and they think, man, I'm a wrestler, I'm living my dream, I'm going to make it one day. And then they did that for 3 years and they haven't gotten any better. They are terrible because the training they got wasn't training, you know what I mean? They were learning shit the wrong way. They weren't learning anything. And they've wrestled for 3 years and they get it in their head. It's like almost not their fault at the start of it. It's weird.
Okay.
Head like, yo, I paid for training. I trained for 3 years. I'm a wrestler. But the fact of the matter is, no, you didn't. You got fucking tricked and you suck as a wrestler.
So they did get trained, but just not properly.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Gotcha. Okay.
They might as well have got trained on the hub. Like they didn't get much.
Got you. Well, damn. Okay. Well, where do we go from there? How can we make things better, Lxgan Taylxr?
We just buried the cosplay wrestlers. Um,
Who else can we bury to make things better?
yo, I could talk about somebody.
Talk about them. Fuck them.
Steven Skies, bro. You show up to RSW and you have a couple banger matches out of nowhere after taking fucking 2 years off. You show up again and everybody's like, oh my God, Steven's back. And even me, I'm like, holy shit, my best friend is back, bro. He's back. He's wrestling. And then you disappear again. What is wrong with you, bro? Like you haven't texted or called or messaged any of your friends about wrestling or showed any interest in it at all. Like if I have to go to your house in Parkersburg and slap you, I will. Maybe I don't know. Maybe Spooky Lou, you can talk to Steven Skies at some point for me.
I can try. I mean, but you
He,
have a good point. Had a banger with Willie.
I know. Like I saw that and I was like, I want that. You know what I mean? Me and him, RSW Tag Team Champions. Me and him had a 3 stages of hell match against each other in RSW. Me and him have beat the shit out of each other for RSW. Bro, he tried to hang me in our match for RSW. Literally, he tried to hang me.
Whoa. That's another one
But
I'm going to have to look up.
yeah, this is another thing too I could go off about because people constantly stay disrespecting Lxgan Taylxr for some reason. It's like the popular thing to do is just to be an asshole to me for some reason. You got all these guys in RSW that talk about, you know, like they're the RSW original, like, you know what I mean? Like they've been there forever or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
I have been there probably longer than anyone, like right now, that you could name almost. I mean, just because they got rid of me for a couple years for whatever reason and kicked me to the curb, they still fucking called back because I'm good like that. And on back, and that doesn't mean whatever I did in 2018 is erased. It still happened.
Well, how'd that all happen back then? How'd you get hooked up with Tim Cross and RSW?
When I first started training with Vance Desmond and Cole Cash, me and Steven Skies were planning the team, and we reached out to a couple of guys. we reached out to a couple guys and Tim Cross and got booked there, and we were like 16 years old, and very new. I'm very thankful for RSW giving me an opportunity so early on when I didn't really deserve it yet. I'm very appreciative of that. But we started getting our rounds in, then, and I was there before anyone else in the Violence Academy as well. I was there before Dustin Alexander was. I've been in RSW, like I said, since like 2018. I've wrestled for the Internet Championship in 2018. I've won the tag titles in 2019. Like, it goes way deeper than just me randomly debuting in RSW last year.
Right. Okay. Compare and contrast 2019 RSW to current day RSW.
Yeah, it's a lot different. It is. There's like a lot more talent now. Like, there's like a lot more wrestlers that I've never met before. A lot of people come from like Pennsylvania. You know what I mean?
Right
It was
on, yeah.
it was kind of like more West Virginia only almost, and then you had your occasional Ohio guys, which fuck Ohio, but had your occasional Ohioans, and yeah, there's just so much more talent now. It's a lot more diverse now. There's more championships now. There's way more events now. Uh, a lot of the same fans though, dude. Like, you would be shocked
Really?
how many people. Yeah, like my first match back in RSW, you'd be shocked like how many people walk up to me and was like, "Oh man, we didn't think we're ever gonna see you again, Logan. Like, where you been?"
That's
And
dope.
that was a very like heartwarming like moment for me. That was really cool because I was like, you're in your head about it. You're like, would anybody remember you? Like a few did. So
So RSW does have its fan base going way back that remembers you.
it does. Yeah, I got. I am unappreciated, and I should get a little bit more than I'm getting from the fans, but I do have a pretty rad fan base. Like, I do have a select number of people that ride for me, and that's pretty cool.
Have you considered maybe like treating the fans different? You come out doing your strut, then you yell at them, "Appreciate me!" Like you yell at them all the time.
I do yell, but like I'm a I'm a very aggressive person. Like, right now, I'm not, because this is a podcast. I'm not just gonna be like, ah! But I'm very aggressive. I I'm not being mean to them. Like, I usually let them be mean to me first, and if they do that, then
Well, maybe like next time you come out, just like try it. Be like, "Can you
yeah,
appreciate me, please?"
I'll
Say
just come
that.
out a bunch of rose petals, and I'm like down the aisle.
Yeah, you like don't make a demand of it. Make it a question. Could you appreciate me, please?
But like, the reason I'm demanding it, right? The reason I'm demanding it is because I'm 22 and I've been wrestling for 5 years, and I didn't demand it that whole first 5 years, and I didn't get it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to switch it up and get it. Like, I was the nice guy before. I was the kiss the babies, and everyone loves him. I was that guy before, and that didn't help me at all. That didn't do anything for me. So why go back to that? Like,
I think you're listening to that cranky bake.
I am just being myself, and I'm being real, and a lot of people don't like me because I'm like open book. I'll say my mind like right then. I don't care who gets upset about it or whatever. Uh, I ain't I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Like, right now, what I'm focused on doing is winning and getting championships. Like, I'm trying to stack some money up. I'm trying to live my life to the fullest. I'm trying to retire as like one of the best around here. Like, not just the fans thought I was good. I'm trying to retire as like he won more championships than anybody ever. Because let's face it, that's what makes you the best. Those 5-star matches, that bullshit, like, that shit's not real. There's only one thing that's real in this business, and that's wins.
I dig it. Okay, well, if we're talking about collecting titles, we know the places you have worked. What's some other places you've got an eye on? Like to go win some titles there?
I would really like to defend the championship I hold right now. I would really like to defend the Pro Wrestling Inception Heavyweight Championship. I've been the champion since 2019.
Damn.
There's only been a select few champions before: Vance Desmond, Jack Manick, Aaron Draven, Lxgan Taylxr. I've defended that title 3 or 4 times, and the pandemic shut us down, and I would like to defend that everywhere because that's my championship and nobody could take it from me. That's like, in these years that I've held this title, no one's been able to take it to me. I took that bitch to ASW and defended it. I took that bitch to MBW and defended it. You know what I mean? Like, I like to defend that, but there are some places I like to win some titles. The first one being RSW, of course. My main goal is to become the 3-time RSW Tag Team Champion. Me and Trevor Gage, we're going to win the championships again. Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Who are the Tag Team Champions right now?
Saturday Night Special, baby.
That's what I thought. I thought that little bitch cheese Philly guy fucking commenting on my Facebook post talking about, you need to update this picture, you don't have the belts and shit, you know what I mean? Like, saying all that shit. Well, it's like, why don't he update his picture? He don't got the belts. You know what I mean?
Fair enough. Yep. Hey, calling a spade a spade.
Yeah, so Saturday Night Special. All right. Yeah. Not too long back, I watched our match with them, and that shit that Marcus Twist did to me off the top rope, that sunset flip power bomb.
Yeah, look nasty.
Oh my god, dude! I definitely have to get that back in blood. Like, there's no way I can. I'm just gonna be a little viral WrestleRoni clip, like, and that's it. You know what I mean? Like, no way. I'm gonna be crazy next time I see.
So he's got it coming, huh?
Yeah, bro. I'm gonna fucking burning hammer him off the top to the floor or some shit.
Oh Jesus!
I went in there. God, my God.
Damn. Oh man, what I set Marcus up for tonight. Well, okay. Well, hey, you never know. It could be Mount Kilpis after this weekend. They're fighting Mount Kilpis this weekend, and they're on a roll. Are you happy to see those guys back?
You know what? They might not like me, and I've wrestled them so many times, and I can understand why they wouldn't like me, because I don't like them. But I think there's a respect there now. Like you don't just hit each other that hard and not have some kind of respect. You know what I mean? I know bro is like 3 times my size, and is possibly as hard as he can, and I'm still getting back up. Like, I know that he had to think some kind of way about that. So you know what? I do respect them, and I hope they win. But Saturday Night Special, a tough egg to crack, as I know myself. Right now, we have a trilogy to settle. Me and Trevor beat Saturday Night Special in Pennsylvania, and of course, they beat us.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to run that back. There's no way.
One more time.
Yeah, I'd also like to talk about Saturday. I'm wrestling for Maximum Velocity, and I have no clue who I'm facing. I know my partners are in a hardcore tag titles match. It's the Big Tater Gang versus the Rhinestone Cowboys. So Willie and JD competing in that. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm going to show up there with the plan to take somebody's head off. I don't care who it is.
They don't even have the kindness to tell you who you're facing?
I don't know. I'll make a call out or something like that.
Last I knew, you was fighting Tyler Jacks up there. I saw you guys had a pretty nice little banger.
Yeah. I've wrestled Tyler Jacks twice now, and the first time was a singles match, and we pushed each other to the limit. I wanted to test him just like I did Duzan, you know what I mean? I wanted to see if he talks that shit. He's one of those guys, bro, that talks that shit on that Facebook. I wanted to see if he was like it. If he was about it like that in person, and he was, man, and I respect him. And he's one of the best young wrestlers out there, and I've told everybody that. Like, whenever he first started training, whenever I first met him, he is a completely different guy now, and like I'm really proud of him for real. He is a great high flyer. He can hit hard. He can take a punch. He can grapple. He can wrestle too, just like me. He's a wrestler. I respect him, man.
Yeah, it's another one to keep your eye on. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
he's going to be back on soon. Tyler Jacks, folks.
Well, that's good. That's good. I'll tell him I said what's up. But he's going to be having his hands tied with Zayden Kane. So
Oh,
I don't know what's in store for me, but like if it'd be cool to like make a call out or something like that, I could call somebody out. I got an idea.
who would you call out?
Whenever I picture guys I want to call out, I already know that I'm the killer. I already know that I'm one of the best in this state. I know I'm the best young wrestler around, and I know that I'm one of the best wrestlers around. So who the fuck do I want to face? I want to face the best wrestler in the state. I want to face Jason Kincaid because we talked about trilogies, and I have a trilogy with him that's unsettled, and that has really been getting to me because everybody loves the gift and everybody respects the gift, but I beat him, and I want to beat him again and prove that I'm good too. I want to prove that I'm one of the best. And that's the only way I can do that.
Where'd this happen? Where'd you beat Jason Kincaid? When, where, how?
We first wrestled each other in PWL, like last winter, bro. There was like a crazy ass blizzard in Bluefield. Like a lot of the wrestlers canceled the show and couldn't make it, and promoter called me up and was like, "Hey man, like I need a couple guys out here. Can you come out here?" And I showed up, and then well, fuck, I found myself in the main event match with Jason Kincaid, and that was my biggest match at that point. I mean, that was probably the best wrestler I've ever faced at that point. That was gonna be wild, and he pushed me to my limit, and I showed him that I was legit, and I showed him I can hit hard. I showed him that I'm a hybrid wrestler too, that I can do anything too, and he beat me. But I looked so good in that match that really that's what got me going in PWL. Like the fans didn't give a shit about me before that match, but I guess
Really?
I guess I did so good in that match that like it was like overnight star for PWL. It was really weird. Like literally after that match, I was getting cheered everywhere.
Interesting. You got that Jason Kincaid rub.
Yeah, I absolutely did. It was awesome. But so we run it back, and now I got some confidence now. You know what I mean? I'm not going into this nervous. I know what he's going to throw at me now, and I know that I can take it actually, and I know the fans are going to back me. So I did really good in this second match, man. Like I looked really impressive, and I outsmarted him, and I fucking stole the win. And I was like, damn, I've just beat Jason Kincaid. Like I'm the man right now. And he reached his hand out to shake my hand, and I was like, holy shit, dude! Like, am I dreaming? This is crazy.
Mm.
And then he pile drivered me.
Really?
So I haven't seen him since. That just really bothers me, man. Like
Sore loser.
he is the best around, and I think that I could be the best around, and I want to show that.
I think part of you wants that handshake, even though he pile drived you.
Yeah, I'll admit it. I do want that handshake because I want him to admit that he knows I'm good too.
Fair enough, man.
I that validation. I need him to appreciate me.
Well, maybe you're going to have to pile drive him.
Yeah, I don't do pile drivers,
Why not?
but I could shoot a double leg or shoot a high crotch or something like that, or put him in a rear naked choke.
Ah, okay. Has there been a time in the ring that sort of thing's helped you out? A guy got a little pissed that you was forearming him too hard and a shoot fight broke out, so you had to shoot?
It's like every match is a shoot fight. You know what I mean? Like, every match is just so hard hitting. But yeah, I definitely have had a couple times where it's been like going back to Steven Skies. That was one of those times. I'll send you this clip like later. We can post it or something. It happened in RSW, but guys at one point in our feud, and he grabbed me by the hair like this,
Uh-huh.
and he charged back, and he kneed me right in the temple, like
Oh shit.
literal knee right to the temple. Like I'm for sure was knocked out. Like there's no question about it. He gave me a concussion right there. So I was sick as fuck after that match and everything. I was like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? So I take a couple months off, and then that 3 Stages of Hell match with him happens, and we're fighting on the outside because the first fall or whatever is false count anywhere. So we're
Okay.
fighting on the floor right by the fans, and all the fans can see this. And he slaps me in front of the fans, and as soon as he does that, I just put my hands up and I just haul back and I just throw like straight to the chin, just like pinpoint cross right to the chin, dude. Big Steve fucking stumbles down, drops to one knee, and I'm so mad at this point. Like, as soon as he drops to a knee, I didn't stop. I just elbow. Started ground and pounding him a little bit, and I ended up winning the Falls Count Anywhere match. Let's just say that. Yeah, yeah. Mine and Steve's matches are like that because one of us eventually takes it too far, and then it's fucking go time. You know what I mean?
Real shoot, baby.
Yeah, you really have to. And that's a guy that outside of wrestling, I've been in like 10 fist fights with, like, all my life. That's how deep the friendship goes.
And it is stories like that sell real shoot wrestling. To the folks that don't know, sell them the fact, there are a lot of shooters in RSW. What can you tell the folks at home from what
Yeah,
you've seen?
this is why RSW is so fun. You know what I mean? RSW has like a diverse group of wrestlers, but the one thing all the wrestlers in common have is they're all cowboys. Like they're all tough as fuck. Like if you go to a random indie wrestling show and you're just some fan, you might look in the ring and be like, I could beat this guy up.
Hmm.
If you go to an RSW show and you think that, try it, bro. You're dead wrong. I swear. There's nobody in RSW you're trying to fight, in my opinion. And if you are, like, all right, get ready.
Many
Yeah,
men have tried.
it's a different environment. It's like you have that other generation that like built me of like Cole Cash and Vance Desmond. You know what I mean? A lot of their influence is poured into RSW. I truly believe.
Yeah, that, and you have people with, shoot wrestling backgrounds or Muay Thai backgrounds,
Right,
whatever, the martial art may be.
right, and I just absolutely love wrestling and love fighting. And I love RSW because, I love wrestling and fighting. And if you love wrestling and fighting, you would love RSW too. Come check it out.
Come check it out, you pussy.
Yeah, come check it out, you fucking pussy. So, I, since I said cowboy, I've been thinking I would like to, like, just shout someone out.
Shout them out.
I, I'm, like, so appreciative for Jock Sampson.
No doubt.
He, like, has been such a big help to me, like, in my wrestling career that I would, like, really, I'm like blessed to have him as like one of like my co-trainers. Really, like he was one of the guys that would come in all the time when Cash and Vance were training us and everything, and help us out. And I rode to several shows with him and got to hear all kinds of stories and learn all kinds of shit. And just like I said about Vance, one of those guys that's like brutally honest. You know what I mean? He's going to tell you good job when he did a good job. He's going to tell you it sucked if it sucked, but just a genuine great wrestler, and I'm thankful for the knowledge that he's passed my way.
Hell yeah. What's one good piece of advice Jock Sampson gave you that you can share with the audience?
Oh man, it's like kind of embarrassing, almost.
Well, even better.
Uh, I don't know, man. The best piece of advice he told me in wrestling was, if you're gonna be a wrestler, you either got to look like an athlete or look like a man.
Okay,
But
that's good.
that's real, though. I mean,
Yeah.
he's right, not wrong.
No, man, I love Jock. I've went to shows forever watching Jock, and he was always the best part of the show. Just entertaining as hell. Then when the bell went off, it was go time then
Yeah.
too.
And then the crowd, jock strap, jock strap. I mean,
Uh huh.
it's just a fun environment to be in, whenever he's wrestling.
What can you tell the audience at home that might not be from West Virginia about a West Virginia wrestling crowd?
West Virginia wrestling. Okay, I'm gonna like break it down into different like subs though, because I think the northern part of West Virginia and the southern part of West Virginia are completely different in terms of that.
For
So
sure.
yeah, West Virginia wrestling crowds are cool. Like whenever I'm wrestling in southern West Virginia, like Logan County or Boone County or Mango County, back home, uh, it it's way different. Like they're like this, they want to see a fight. Like it's like rough and rowdy fans. They want to see some wrestling and they want to see fights. Like they cut the drama bullshit, cut the talking, cut all that. They want to get right to it. You know what I mean? And really, they love tag team wrestling.
Okay.
Southern West Virginia, which is fucking awesome, really. But yeah, the crowds are completely different. Like you see a lot of older folk, I think, almost in Southern West Virginia more so. And
Okay.
and whenever you get to the Northern West Virginia,
Mm-hmm.
you get kind of a lot of hipsters. You know what I mean? A lot of
Yep.
like, and a lot of teenagers. So like that is like the biggest difference to me. And a lot of the chants are different and stuff too. Like I think that Northern West Virginia is like caught up more on like some of the newer chants.
Right.
Yeah, like I don't think that Southern West Virginia be throwing "Fight Forever" out. You know what I mean? I don't think that one yet.
15 years later, they still haven't got Fight Forever going down the southern part of the state.
It's because of the style matches, bro. I'm telling you, you're not. I mean, come on.
You don't want that shit going on forever, huh?
Yeah, that's. I mean,
Fair enough. Hell yeah. We're in the final 10 minutes, Logan Taylor. In the final 10 minutes, I asked the guests to share words of wisdom, or if you want to pimp your socials, your merch, whatever. I don't care. Just say what you want to say.
yeah. Uh, I'm gonna ramble a lot because I'm good at that, and my brain is all over the place too.
Yeah, man, ramble.
But I think that everybody should, like wrestling aside, like forget about me. Just this is just a voice talking now. It's not me. I think that everybody should try to be kind to one another. I think whenever you see someone post something on Facebook, you don't have to comment something hateful all the time if you feel some type of way about it. Like just keep that in your head. Like just because you feel negatively about something somebody did, keep it to yourself. You don't have to make everyone else feel negative. You don't have to make the world a sadder place than it already is. Like it's so easy to just be nice to people, and it's so easy to be a decent human being too, but you don't see a lot of that. And I think that the world could use some more love and a lot less hate and drama and belittling people. You know what I mean?
That's kind of what the show's all about, so I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's really my main piece of advice I could give to anybody. And another big piece of advice I could give to somebody too is, this is kind of drifting off topic a little bit, but this is true. And don't expect anything from anyone, and then you won't be disappointed. And that is just an absolute true statement. If you expect the law out of people, if you're kind to people, and you expect something back, or you do this outstanding thing for your friend or something and expect something back, like don't, because you're just gonna find yourself disappointed. It's easier to just avoid that in the long run.
Words of wisdom from Logan Taylor. Where can we find you next, Logan Taylor?
So I'm gonna be at Maximum Velocity this weekend. No clue who I'm wrestling. Maybe Jason Kincaid will show up and I can get that trilogy or something like that. That would be pretty cool.
Oh, shit.
And then past that, it's a lot of RSW. Really, I'm wrestling for RSW a lot, working my life away, saving up money, and living the good old life.
Still working on them pipelines.
Yep, working on the pipeline, and just working in this heat wave, bro. We do got some cool shit coming up soon, though. You know, Halloween coming up pretty soon, Thanksgiving coming up pretty soon, Christmas coming up pretty soon. That's cool for me. I get a little bit of time off. I might get to wrestle some more and like let my body rest some more because I'm so just overworked right now, honestly. That's what people don't realize. A lot of people like to be like, you're not dedicated to wrestling. You're not wrestling all the time. You're not dedicated. And it's like, bro, I work 5 to 7 days a week, 10 to 12 hours a day, just so I can get the chance to wrestle. Like, you don't understand my life. Like, don't act like you do. Like, I'm definitely dedicated. I wrestled for how long now? I'm not going nowhere. So,
You know what the fuck you're doing, Lxgan Taylxr. We love you. We respect you.
I appreciate it.
Hell yeah. And I tell you what, if you do get that time off around Halloween time, me and old Marcus Twist, we're going to be making Halloween spooky movies.
That sounds fun.
You want to be in a Halloween spooky movie?
I could see it now. The Lxgan Taylxr Show, Bloody Massacre.
Oh, okay. I was just, hey, you could forearm the head off a zombie or something.
I could do that, and then it should also have, let me redo that.
Okay.
The Bloody Massacre of the Lxgan Taylxr Show, starring a lot of OnlyFans girls.
Oh, my. You going to pay them? Because we ain't got that kind of budget.
Hey, you're the director, my G. I'm the star.
Oh.
Fans now, I'm CM Punk. This is...
Well, before we let you go, where do you stand on the CM Punk situation? We've been asking everybody.
I don't care. You know what I mean? I don't think about it really. I think it's funny. I think it's just a wild scenario. I don't think it's funny that he's out of the job or anything like that. But I do think it's crazy, like how much the internet has impacted like this, because you know what I mean? Like, let's just say like this happened in the company I work for example, not the wrestling company. I just mean my job. Like this happened in a construction company. And like, let's say I got into a fight with somebody at work and I choked them out. It's like, obviously you're going to be fired, bro. Like, what did you expect?
Right.
Like, just because you're famous doesn't, like, if you are constantly getting in fights at the workplace, like, that's not going to be your workplace no more. That's not, I don't know how you can't see that.
Yep. And here we are.
Yeah, like, there's this good old saying, if you play stupid games, you're going to win stupid prizes, you know?
Hey, what a perfect tidbit to leave it off on, huh? Do you have any final words for the audience, Lxgan Taylxr?
You know what? I just want everyone to know that I am the largest wrestler in the state of West Virginia. I am 7'4". I am 345 pounds. Nobody is bigger than me here. I've been working my ass off. I'm the most agile super heavyweight you've ever fucking seen. So put some respect on my name. Like, it's that simple. You know what I mean? I work my ass off. I do 630 centons in front of 5 fans. Like, I literally be busting my ass out here, and y'all don't be respecting it. You know how hard it is to be 7'4" and sit in this little car? Look at this, bro. I can barely fit in my car right now. Like, you understand how hard this is for me? But that's every day for me, and I'm going to keep doing it because I'm a grinder, and I'm going to win RSW tag titles because I'm a grinder. Me and T-Gaze, we some grinders, you know what I'm saying?
I'll be damned. You heard it here, folks. I'm not going to dispute any of that. Those, what he calls facts. That's his final words, and that's the way it is. We'll leave it up to you to decipher fact from fiction, if there is any. I don't know. Hell do I know. We love you. Be good to each other. Treat each other with kindness and respect. Keep watching WrestleRoni. Lxgan Taylxr, tell them to go watch the Kill City Cup even. That's our sponsor. The link's in the description.
Yeah, go watch the Kill City Cup. The link is in the description, play it.
What would you do to them if they didn't watch it?
If you don't watch it, I'm going to give you one of my forearms, and I know nobody wants that.
All you got to do is watch it, and you don't have to take a forearm.